Welcome, everyone. Welcome in. Surprise live. Hello, Diana. Diana, first one in. Let me know. Sound is okay. And we got a little music going in the background. I don't want to get in trouble. So let me know what's the sound look like. Diana, let me know what you think about that background. I found that picture. I had to use it. We've all been talking about bridges, but I haven't been talking about it on the channel. So I thought I would talk about it a little bit today before we got started with today's reading. And several of you guys have been messaging me and telling me about dreams that you're having with bridges. Several of you are telling me that you're seeing different bridges that were in your dreams. So yeah, lots of bridges going on, which I feel like is pretty interesting, especially for our collective tribe. It's definitely us bridging our energy, right? So yeah, I thought that was the perfect background for tonight's live. Hi, Sandra. Share out for me, guys. Share out for me. Hi, Gina Parker. I shared out a little bit on Facebook. I think I sent a tweet out. Nick on Twitch. Hello. So, guys, don't forget we are on YouTube, we're on Twitch, and we're on Facebook. I know you guys can only see where you're at. Oh, I'm so glad. I knew you would, Diana. I knew you would. But yes, guys, we're streaming everywhere. We're just rebels over here at Purple LunaRose. All right, guys. So I did the fire signs today. Guys, if you missed those, please go check them out. I did get the timestamps in when the live was done. I know that it looks a little different because we're going to really focus on the cards in this reading. Because in the fire signs, I picked up on a little bit of everything. So I was trying to explain when we were doing the fire signs today that we always do our fire, earth, water, and air, the 4 lives that we do each week at 2 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I was saying that we're always a week ahead, so that way you can mark your calendars, and when it comes the energy gets there, you kind of know how to deal with it, right? It gives you a little bit of a heads up. That's like the whole purpose for tarot readings. That's like the whole purpose for me being here, right? But what I noticed today that I definitely struggled with, especially with the newer energy, was that we're very much stuck in the energy that we're in. But it is, guys, because Scorpio season is closing out. And so I really wanted to get that message out to you guys because I know Gina Parker, yes, ma'am, I will be offering free readings at the end, guys, at the end. But yeah, so I definitely feel like everyone's kind of feeling this really heavy energy. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's kind of like we don't want to accept it, right? Because we're trying to think positive, we're trying to manifest. We see our manifestations coming in. So that definitely makes us focus and try to stay more positive. But what happens when we ignore something, right? When we try to stay in our positivity and we ignore things, we try to sweep it under the rug. Hi, Marie Taylor. And we definitely can't do that, right? Like we have to just deal with it. So normally good vibes. Hello. So normally I would have just went on and I would have just left the fire signs at what they were. And we would have just went on to the earth signs. But unfortunately, we have so many new people at Purple Luna Rose that I just couldn't do that. It's really interesting because I'm very much struggling in my journey at the moment, and I'm just going to be about as vulnerable and honest right now as I can be. But it's really difficult for me to figure out where we're headed, where we're going. I know you guys have been asking me about Patreon and when we're going to start Patreon. And it's really difficult for me to have a come out date for Patreon. I've actually set 3, and we've postponed them. We've pushed them back. I know that you, Clarissa. I know it is. But this is what I get to see. But yes, guys, so I definitely have been struggling with where are we going? Where am I supposed to be doing with this, right? As most of you know, I am on this twin journey and I am in full 3D separation. And it's not abnormal to feel lost in this part of the stage. You too, Clarissa. Thank you. I'm so glad when you guys say me too, because it definitely helps me keep talking. But yeah, like I definitely am struggling with where are we going, right? I want to go a certain direction and I definitely feel this. Well, I don't just feel it, but I see this new wave of twins coming in. Do you guys see the waves? And it's like, wow, what am I supposed to do? Because we've all pretty much like let's look at Purple Lunar Rose. The last 2 years, we came on, we talked about the twin journey, we talked about what it was about, we talked about how we had to heal, self-healing, self-care. We did all those things. And then we started following our purpose. And when we started to do that, we had to break away from the codependency. We did all of those things, right? Like look at yourselves 2 years ago, right? And we're definitely realizing that it's not about the person, it's definitely about the purpose. And so that's making things a little bit easier. But as we get to the end of this Scorpio season, this is what I wanted to talk about, guys. It's definitely a closure to that cycle. So it's a massive closure. It's not something small. It's not something minor. Now, mind you, not every single person is on the twin journey. Okay. So not every single person is experiencing this heavy energy, and not every single person is trying to sweep it under the rug, right? So here's what I'm going to say, guys. Don't sweep it under the rug. Just get it out. The reason that you're feeling it again is because Scorpio season is all about transformation. And it's definitely something that you're trying to hide and not deal with. So it's being purged so that you can deal with it again. So many of us are feeling triggered. Many of us are feeling like dark night of the soul type of energy, grieving type of energy. And it's all things like, man, I thought I was over this. You are. And it's definitely, are you being tested? Absolutely. Is your commitment being tested to your purpose and the journey that you're on? Absolutely. But now's not the time to quit, guys. Now is definitely not the time to quit. So, Jupiter is coming out of a 6-month retrograde. I don't know if you guys know this, but Jupiter is my favorite planet, and it is the planet of good fortune, good luck, and expansion. It's the fun planet, right? um, so, with any planet being in retrograde, it's definitely a time. Remember, it's an opportunity. Retrogrades are an opportunity to revisit that energy. Yes, Clarissa, no quitting allowed. Because here's what's happening on the 24th when Jupiter goes direct. All you people out there that have been doing your work and implementing those spiritual lessons and learning to allow yourself to feel emotions, triggers, heal from them, be able to see like how much improvement from the last time you were triggered. You see what I'm trying to say? All of you guys are definitely going to start to see the big blessings coming in. I feel for those of you that are out there that are like me, that are trying to share unconditional love, trying to explain to people what this journey is about, just trying to guide people on their spiritual path in general. I feel like you guys are going to see mass expansion. I mean, we've been putting this work in for 2 years, and most of you guys also ride along with me. So I'm just saying, like, this is definitely the time to keep pushing forward. So here's what I want to say about all this. Like the reason I'm coming out here and telling you all this is because I want you to understand that you're not alone. Everyone is feeling this energy. Everyone sees the finish line and everyone is feeling the heavy energy. They're tired, they're exhausted. Everyone is. It's not just you. Okay. Super, super important. Shaylee on YouTube. Hello. All right, so here's what I want to do today. I've pulled out the Heal Yourself reading cards out. These are one of my favorite cards for healing empowerment. A lot of times, hi Tracy Tuttle. A lot of times, guys, and we're always looking for someone else to do the healing work for us. And nothing happens and nothing changes. And we continue the same cycle until we step up to the plate and start doing the healing work ourselves. Heal yourself reading cards, guys. Best cards, best oracles, just for that situation. So I just want to say, normally when I do these, they are a love reading. But if you notice, I didn't call it a love reading. I just called it subscriber energy because I'm really not sure what's going on. I'm really not sure if what's under your rug is the same thing that's under my rug. I'm not sure if it's the same things triggering all of us. But I'm definitely getting a little bit of self-doubt. We start to question ourselves when we're almost to the end of something, right? And we start to think like we can't do something. And I feel like it's really important that we look back at what we've done, how far we've come. And I love that the soulmate card comes out along with inner child. So that's definitely some twin energy here. So if you're on that soul connection, that spiritual path, where you feel like you've met someone that catapulted your spiritual awakening and you reflected back to each other inner child wounds, then this reading can definitely be for you. All right, let's look and see if we get a bridging energy. I don't know why I thought it was going to be something different. All right, that's me. See, trying to like go forward. Hi, Jenna. Is that Jenna I see in there? And it's like the new wave coming in, and spirit's like, no, not just yet. All right, so soulmate comes out, and remember, guys, this is the heal yourself reading cards, and there's not an actual like twin flame or karmic. And I do believe we have 3 different types of relationships. We have soulmates, we have karmics, and we have twin flames. I do feel like this is talking about a twin flame. I feel like it's most likely someone who's on a very similar soul journey as me. I do feel like there's no contact because of the apparition, like he's not solid and she is. And then the inner child is coming out. And I'm not really able to tell you who's who because I definitely feel a mixture of masculine and feminine in here. And the inner child is going to be those abandonment wounds, those rejection type of wounds. Most likely, the subscriber energy I'm picking up here on a twin journey, you had very similar like childhood. You and your person definitely, like, you probably talked about similar stories, similar parents, something, maybe their parents didn't raise them and your parents didn't raise you, something like that is definitely going on. But here's what's happening. So I feel like this is a little bit more of the feminine energy here. It's very possible this is like masculine energy and there's like a separation and there's a longing because courage is here. But I'm kind of picking up like this is the feminine energy understanding the purpose or like understanding the journey. You know what I mean? And then inner child over here, I definitely feel like masculine. Do you guys feel like collectively, masculine energy has definitely, it is going to be a collective, a pizza on Facebook. So I thought it was going to be like a specific subscriber, a new energy, maybe like new subscribers, but I'm definitely getting it's going to turn into a very collective reading because I'm feeling like a breakaway energy here. So I don't read reversals, like I'm not going to turn them upside down. I just feel the energy of the card. And with the twin card here, I know it says soulmate. Again, it doesn't have the 5 is definitely sticking out to me. There's some massive change. It's almost like a neon flashing 5. But anyway, so with that card, it's like the feminine energy is definitely learned that they're always in union, right? Like the person doesn't have to physically be there. It's about the energy. And then with inner child, it's like the masculine energy has learned definitely to set healthy boundaries, protect themselves. But what I will say is I'm still picking up on the collective masculine energy that it's like too much protection. I don't know how to it's kind of like the Queen of Swords. So you know how the Queen of Swords in Rider Waite, it's like sometimes she builds her walls way high, right? And it's something like that. It's like there's a not enough surrender or not enough um okay, so for me personally, I do feel like I'm a little bit more in my protect and provide mode at the moment. And I've been saying that. You guys have probably been hearing me say that for a few weeks now. It's like I'm not going to let anybody hurt what's mine. And the reason that is because I do feel like a little extra attacked. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's possible that the masculine energy is feeling like a little extra attacked. And it definitely doesn't have to be specifically like my journey. Remember, everybody's journey is going to be a little bit different. This could be coming like from karmic energy, like maybe they have karmic energy around them, and that's why they're feeling attacked. And for some masculine, this could actually be like physical attack. We all know that they deal with that type of energy. But for also it could be too um like they don't want it to happen again. It's like, yes, I understand whatever happened to me as a child happened. There's reason, and this is what I'm going to do with that reason. I'm going to follow my purpose. But it's like I don't want it to happen again. So now I'm going to protect myself, like extra protection. You see what I'm trying to say? Hi, Miss Tina. Courage coming out. Let me know that this was going to be a collective reading. It's number 30, and the 30, of course, is sticking out to me. Jeez. Spirit's kind of a smart aleck to me sometimes, I feel like. But anyway, um, there's definitely separation. See how they're pulling apart? So here's what's happening. I'm kind of getting the feeling that many of you, if you are on this journey, you're feeling a little bit of detachment. Kind of like I said earlier, you're feeling a little bit like, hi, Rachel. Like, what am I supposed to be doing with this now? You see what I'm saying? And I do watch like other twins on YouTube and Facebook and whatnot, and I do kind of sense that that's a very strong collective energy, and I do feel like there's reason for that, guys. Like, it's just not a coincidence that everybody on this journey is feeling the same energy. You see what I'm trying to say? And the reason it's definitely going to be because we have to trust ourselves. We have to surrender. We can't keep asking for confirmation and say, I believe at the same time. You see what I'm trying to say? It has to be one or the other. Amy, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Make sure you hit the follow button. Guys, seriously, so strong twin energy here. And I know we don't like using that word. I've even tried like trying to find new labels. I wish I could go back to like when they made the twin flame label and like change it to something different. But I really like soul connections. So if you guys see me using soul connections more than the word twin flame, most likely that's going to be why. I'm just sick of that label. Entrapment is coming out, number 34. The numbers are seriously sticking out: 14, 16, 30, and 34. I know 30 is for me is going to be someone's age. The 5 is clearly there's some massive change here. Inner child and entrapment are throwing me off a little bit. It's very possible that this is going to be the bottom of the deck, so the overall energy, right? So it's very possible that both feminine and masculine energies are breaking away from that entrapment, because I've definitely been getting like a breaking away feeling, right? All right, let's pull a little Rider Waite. Tracy says it makes sense to her too. I'm so glad, guys. I never know when it's time to like just jump on and do these. I don't really know what's going to come out unless like I've cleansed my area and set intention. I really didn't expect a current energy for the collective to come out. We have been doing those live. We did November, and then we also did an 11/11. So yes, guys, if you missed those live, I know those are different and they don't get sent out with, as much as the other ones do. But you can find those videos on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. All right, so let's look over here. I definitely sense some feminine energy with the soulmate card. I just seen 11, even though I know it's 14. Strong Scorpio coming. Okay, so Scorpio has been coming out for me all day. Did you guys watch the fire signs? Hi, Vanessa. So they first one to come out for Aries was the Scorpio, right? So there's definitely some massive transformation. I do feel like a spirit just confirming to me that the reason we're feeling this energy is because we're closing Scorpio season out. This is the last week of Scorpio season before we jump into fiery Sagittarius. So Scorpio season had us It's really easy, guys. If you have your birth chart, you can go look at your birth chart, and you can look at, everybody has 12 houses on their chart. And so you look at what house is Scorpio, what does it represent, and what planets are in that house. And you're going to see right there, like what you just went through a transformation, like what you're dealing with, right? But also too, it's like, it's possible you're dealing with a Scorpio. It's also possible you have Scorpio in a strong placement. But with the death card, what I've been seeing lately is normally all we see is him on the white horse, and he's just kind of tramping over the people, and he's just kind of just go. It's like it's finished, it's done. I just, there's no care, there's no nothing, it's just over, right? But here's the one thing that I feel like we miss out a lot with the death card. It's going to be the sun. Do you see the sun coming between the two towers, which definitely look like an 11, right? Do you guys see that? So I feel like that's what we've been missing. So yes, we've been in this energy, and we've been going through this trampled mess. But here's what we need to look at, because this is what comes at the end, right? It's also a flag, the victory flag with the white rose. I'm just saying, like, this is not just a card about it's over, it's dead, it's ending, you wasted your time, you were wrong. It's none of that. It just says that you had to go through this difficult, challenging time so that you could come out towards this light, right? All right, let's look at the inner child over here. I'm definitely getting a more of a reversal. I feel like masculines have been breaking out of the inner child wounds, breaking away from the abandonment and rejection, definitely healing with the codependency. Page of Pentacles comes out. So Page of Pentacles I love because also came out. So you guys see this is the same cards, fire signs. But anyway, Page of Pentacles came out too. It's definitely a student, someone who's new and someone who's willing to learn, right? So I just want to say this is major arcana. Feminine energy is definitely like in their power, right? This is minor arcana. Page of Pentacles is not a major arcana. In fact, a page is not never at their fullest potential. There are 4 pages, right? Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Page of Cups. The Page of Pentacles, what I can say here is this is the energy that is the most willing to learn, the most willing to do the work. So I definitely sense, and most likely, this is something that you could be, you know how I always say when a cycle is closing out, it kind of feels like sometimes at the end of that cycle that like it's taking a little bit too long. There could definitely be some impatience here. And most likely it's because you're feeling that the energies are coming together into union, right? When both sides, when both counterparts understand that it's about the purpose, like what they're supposed to do, and they release the person, that's when all the stuff starts to change, right? I do feel like there's a little bit of a finish line here, and there's definitely an energy of having to be courageous, having to pull from that inner strength. So we have the Fool. And I just want to say the Fool is not holding hands with anybody. The Fool is taking the leap of faith all by themselves. The Fool is like the whole reason we have tarot, right? Like that's the start of the journey, which really, I guess you could say it's the start of the journey or the end of the journey. But yeah, it's definitely, you're going to have to surrender here. I'm getting a feeling of like, yes, I want to surrender. Yes, I want to manifest. Yes, I want to be on this journey. Oh, but wait a minute, I got to hold on to this thing. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's like you can't have both. Ooh, good vibes. My Scorpio house ruler is my second house. I love that. Amy says, I just got a mentor for my spiritual growth to help with my empath, intuition, and mediumship. All of you guys are going to realize that if you're on this journey, like if what I'm saying to you, especially if you're new, if what I'm saying to you, like if it resonates and you can relate and you feel like that's my story, I went through that. If it my words pull at those heartstrings, like I always say, right? One, make sure to hit the follow button. But 2, it's because we're on this very same journey. Spirit draws you to me. I talk about this journey, and everybody's like, hey, we're all together. And it's definitely my purpose. It helps me show you that you're not alone, right? And I just want to say, Facebook, I see you guys. I have seen the massive wave of new people coming in. We're over, I think we're at 518 on Facebook. I just crossed the 500 mark, which allows me to get the little blue check mark. I'm super excited about that coming. But guys, I just want to say, when we got monetized with Facebook in April, and here it is, the beginning of mid-November. So how many months ago is that, honey? I can't add that fast. But anyway, so when we got monetized, we were at 200. So that's how fast we have grown on Facebook just since we got monetized. And so that's kind of what I was saying earlier, is I was like, I really thought we were fixing to go forward with the collective tribe that I had built in the 2 years, up until now. And then all of a sudden this new wave comes in, and I mean by the hundreds. And the Etsy shop picked up, Facebook picked up, even YouTube picked up. It's like YouTube tries to hold it down and they're like, nope, we'll come over. But you see what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't deny it. I can't turn the new people away. I can't look at them and be like, oh, I know what pain and suffering and just pure agony you're going through, but I can't help you. I'm out. Sorry, bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not gonna happen. So yes, guys, hit the follow button. It's definitely what I'm doing here. It's definitely my purpose, right? All right, I want to look at this entrapment because I definitely feel like there is something that both parties are breaking out of. I'd like to pull 2 cards, one for each one. So let's start with the feminine energy. That's really the one that has me the most curious. Where's feminine energy breaking out of entrapment? I threw it, sorry. All right, so 3 of Pentacles. Not wanting to, okay, the boss. So feminine energy definitely wanted to be the boss, right? Definitely was like, I'm ahead of you, I'm better than you, you're slow, you're taking too long, you suck, all those things. I feel like it's now that you realize it's about purpose and not necessarily the person, and you don't have to wait on this person to figure things out. It's like now you're ready to work with the energy instead of against the energy, right? Let's pull one more for the masculine. I want to know, what is the masculine entrapment they're breaking free from? So we have the Hanged Man. So they may not necessarily be breaking free from it. They may just be thinking about it, or they may just be breaking away from the inaction, right? Or the no action, not doing anything. Notorious is here. Hi, Notorious. It has been a minute. Okay, so yes, definitely could be breaking away from the inaction. Like they've been in this Hanged Man energy, Pisces energy very strong. So we have Scorpio energy and Pisces energy really strongly. That's super interesting. I feel like Pisces energy is because some of you just came in. But yeah, I feel like it's very much breaking away from an inactive situation. Like they were waiting, maybe could have been stressed, how they say, like you're stressed about or you're upset, however it goes, upset about the past and worried about the future, however that one is. It definitely could have been like that type of energy. All right, so now I want to pull, let's do a quick head, heart, and higher self, and let's do, just because it's going to be clearly a strong soul connection reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 over here. Okay. For the feminine energy, and we'll pull the 3 over for the, oh, wow, masculine energy. All right. So Knight of Wands comes out in the headspace. So I'm kind of getting, I got a little bit of, why do I have to do this by myself type of energy. So remember, knights are very courageous. They have to travel to unknown lands. They have to spread messages. They really just don't want to talk. They want to have a conversation. It's like they want someone to talk back to them too. But this is about action, what you're passionate about, because remember, wands are action. But it's like, I definitely turned it over and heard, like, why do I have to do this by myself? I'm kind of picking that up. There's that Queen of Swords coming out. So in the headspace of this masculine energy, I definitely picked that up, right? Like they're in this overload of protection. It's like, my walls are so high, I'm not going to get hurt again, right? That's definitely something like that. So strong confirmation from spirit. All right, let's keep going. All right, headspace. And now we have heart space. So we have Two of Wands coming over here. So feminine energy has a really important decision to make. And I feel like I really know what that decision is. And you're really having to learn to decide to put the energy into your own journey instead of being focused on what someone else's journey is. I've definitely been picking that up this week. All right, let's jump over to the masculine and look in the heart space. We have the Magician. So some strong manifestation happening here. It's also very possible. The Magician is also manipulation. I'm not really getting manipulation, but I just want you to know that in the heart space, when you're on the twin journey, it's definitely where there's telepathy. So it's very possible that this masculine energy is trying to manipulate which one you choose. All right, let's look at if I'm talking to the feminine energy. All right, let's look at the higher self for both sides really quickly. So we have the Two of Swords coming out for the higher self and the feminine energy. And we have the Six of Pentacles coming out over here and the masculine energy for higher self. Really interesting because as soon as I turned it over, I got the I'm stuck, I'm not sure what to do. And we talked about that at the beginning. I even shared like my own personal I'm stuck and I don't know what to do, right? And then the Six of Pentacles comes out. And I definitely heard like, I'm going to help you. And I do feel that. I do feel like there's this sense of wanting to come together, wanting to work together, regardless of whether you're, even if you're on this journey, not on this journey. Remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, but it's like we're all very much like the astrology, the cosmos, right? Definitely has everyone on the planet focused on their purpose. And guys, the reason that is your North Node. Okay, so the North Node right now is in Taurus. I believe it's in Taurus and through until January of next year. I could be wrong. It might be July of next year. But yeah, so there's Taurus, the grounding, hard-working earth sign, right? So it's like we're all focused on that particular situation. I do feel like once there's an understanding of the spiritual part of this journey, then both parties are able to work with each other easier. I do feel like the feminine energy has been trying to work with the masculine energy, but the masculine energy, again, definitely in this high protect themselves mode, right? All right, let's do some quick messages. And then I will offer some free current energies at the end. All right, so I like using these cards because I call them the higher self messages. They're definitely a little bit more direct than the like 3D messages, right? So let's do 3 from the feminine energy to the masculine energy. So we have listen and don't interrupt. Let them be heard without you talking over them. Empathy, putting yourself in your partner's shoes and being aware of their perspective. And you told yourself to try harder with communicating effectively. Now is the time. So feminine energy, definitely wanting some sort of communication or some sort of confirmation. And again, I'm going to say it one more time, feminine. You can't surrender and say you want confirmation at the same time. It has to be one or the other. All right, let's go from masculine energy to the feminine. We have the most difficult conversations lead to relationship growth if handled correctly. Interesting. Freedom of expression, talk, right? Seeing whichever comes out the most loving. And last one, create space together to evolve, expand, forgive, and communicate in healthy ways. I love it. All right, let's close it out really quickly with a Power of Love guidance card. And these are going to be the Power of Love activation cards. One more. All right, so we have spontaneity coming out. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. All right, I'm going to read it one more time. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. All right, guys, that's going to be the reading. Harmony on the bottom. Definitely sensing peaceful energy, wanting to work together. Guys, it's almost the end of Scorpio season. People are going through massive transformations, especially if you have a Scorpio counterpart. Just be as compassionate at this moment as you can be. I definitely like the part about putting yourself in their shoes because I feel like that's what we need to do more of. All right, guys, that's it. So let me know what you think. Definitely a strong collective twin journey. I am going to go ahead and offer some free readings. So if anyone has a question or you would just like some guidance, if you would like your own current energy, let me know. And I'm just going to clean up really quickly. Guys, don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time for the Earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn tomorrow. Do you guys feel that heavy energy too? Or are you guys listening to me and like, what is she talking about? I love it. I love how she says my own current energy. That's where you need to be. That is so perfect. Good vibes. Said some guidance on my own current energy, please. Rachel says, oh my God, yes. All right. Let me start at the top of the list and I'll try to go through them really quickly. So let's see. Let's start with Rachel. Rachel's first with some love guidance. All right. So Rachel, I'm going to stick with the Heal Yourself reading cards. Let me pull you up just so everybody knows who we're talking to. All right, Rachel, so think of your person. I'll do masculine, feminine, bridging, and then I'll let you know who is who. Remember, guys, I do believe that if you're on the twin journey, you do take turns swapping back and forth. What I mean by that is if you're currently in your feminine energy, or you feel like you're more in your feminine energy, it's definitely a nurturer, caretaker type of energy, right? If you're in your masculine energy, it's more of a protect and provide type of energy. All right, Rachel. So we have self-sabotage. Rachel, what? And selling out, coming out. And the love card. Look at that mirror, Rachel. All right, so self-sabotage says that someone's doing something that they know is not good for them. The selling out card, I feel like this is just someone angry or upset about what's being self-sabotaged. And the 28, the love card, I feel like that's a strong confirmation as to who's talking to you, right, Rachel? Because of the mirror. So here's what I'm getting. I do feel like your person thinks you're selling out. I feel like they feel like you're giving everything and you're not getting something back in return. But I feel like they think that you've done this before and they're trying to tell you that. So I just want to say self-sabotage is number 2. Selling out is number 1. And the love card with the mirror here is number 28. So on the bottom, Rachel, it says unleash your creativity. And look at that. It's number 31. All right. Let's see if we can find out. Rachel, what are you self-sabotaging? So we have the strength card. It's having to pull from your inner strength. You're tired, right? And I heard that. It's like I pulled it over and it's like you need to pull from your inner strength. And you're like, but I'm tired. It's exhausting. It's so much. I get it. All right, let's look at selling out. We have 5 of Cups. That's just the confirmation, Rachel, that this is your the person you grieve. And then the love card is coming out for bridging energy, Page of Wands. I feel like this is the guidance that your person is trying to give you, and they're just saying baby steps. Remember, wands are action, pages are new, they're students, not at their fullest potential. So just baby steps. It doesn't have to be this huge leap, right? And then on the bottom is the Sun card. There's a little bit of something here about ego and control. I don't know if that's you or if it's like someone has around you has like this high ego and you're trying to like keep their ego inflated because you feel like you control the situation. If you do, you know what I'm trying to say? It's something like that. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful, Rachel. Yeah, I did too, right? Oh my gosh, she said I slept so much in the last few days. Me too, right, guy? I was telling Sandra and Diana, like, I don't know. I've just been napping so much. It's like so weird for me. I don't normally, you guys know Junior is the sleeper. You know what I mean? Like, he's the napper. He takes the afternoon naps. I usually watch him sleep. I just can't. I don't know. But here, I would say it's because Scorpio season's done. It's what it is. And it's just so exhausting. We went through this whole transformation and it's like physically exhausting. It's so true. So true, Rachel. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad it made sense. All right, let me go back up really quick, guys. Clarissa wants guidance. All right, Clarissa, I'm just going to pull one and let's see what Spirit wants to point out to you. Thank you. Say what you mean is coming out. It's number 18. I'm going to pull some tarot, but I feel like it's pretty clear, right? So I do feel like there's something that's not being said, and see how both parties look like they want to say something to each other, but they're clearly not. For one, it's almost a little bit, please don't shoot the messenger. I love you, Clarissa. But it's almost a little bit of like, I'm not going to do it if you're not going to do it. Something like that. Yeah. And the 5 of Wands comes out, challenges, right? 7 of Cups comes out. I feel like you have new options right now, but you're not sure what to choose. Clarissa, that's all of us, right? Like I just got done saying that for all of us. Like that's me, that's you, that's all of us. I do feel like the fog is going to start to clear as we close Scorpio season out. So if you feel like you don't want to make any drastic choices right now, look at that, the Hanged Man coming out. Thank you, Spirit. Like you don't have to jump at this moment. Baby steps, right? The Hanged Man, that's going to be that suspended between two worlds, right? The dreamy Pisces energy. I definitely am getting like things are going to open up for you. It's possible you don't see it right now, and Spirit saying just wait patiently. On the bottom is the 8 of Swords. We all know 8 of Swords, self-restriction. So if you're telling yourself you can't do something, Clarissa, it's not true. You can, but you're choosing not to. All right, Clarissa, I hope that was helpful. All right, Notorious. I'm going to do a quick current energy, and I am going to stick with the Heal Yourself reading cards. All right. Our least favorite card comes out. Ooh, look at that. All right. So we have the Beauty card coming out. We have Procrastination coming out. I think this is actually your person. Yeah. All right. So I do feel like your person is more in their protect and provide, but they're trying to protect the journey. See how she's got the clock? See how she's got the little watch? It's like they're trying to, it's very possible they're causing some sort of delays, but it's like out of protection. And it's so weird, Notorious. I feel like I've told you that before. It's interesting. Like I had just had deja vu, like you've told her that before. But anyway, I just want to say that's number 17. 1 and 7 is 8, and then you have procrastination 8 also. So super interesting. Definitely could be mirroring each other. You could be trying to protect something too, so you're not making any big moves, procrastinating, holding back, waiting for something. I do feel like both of you are being very patient and waiting for something, but see how the hand is out. I do feel like somebody wants to reach out, but there's fear here. It's like everybody's waiting for the other person. I picked that up a little bit in Clarissa's reading. So here's what I'm going to say, guys. We're all on this collective tribe together. Clarissa's reading is going to make sense to you, Notorious, and Notorious, it's going to make sense to Clarissa. It's going to make sense to other people watching. That's why I always say, like, hang out with us and listen to other people's readings. It's definitely very possible that a message comes to you through someone else's reading. And it's, again, because we're all on this very collective energy, on this very collective journey. So victim consciousness is what's at the bottom of the deck. And here's what's kind of bothering me a little bit. Because we're definitely breaking away. I'm going to pull some tarot, but I want to see if you guys are breaking away. I feel like you have, but there's like this energy of let's not move. Now that we've broke away from victim consciousness, let's not move because we don't want it to come back. And that's kind of what I'm picking up. All right, let's use the Gilded Tarot. So let's look at this energy over here. Like, why does this person feel like they have to hold back, save time? It's like not the right time. Ace of Swords. It could be about communication, like seeing something, breaking free from something, having new clarity about something. It's like I can't tell you just yet. Procrastination. I do feel like that's you holding back on something. Look at that. It's causing you tower moments. So it's like you know what it is that you need to do. And look at that, the Fool. So there is a 3 of Cups, so I am sensing a third party, and the Fool is definitely taking a leap of faith. I just want to say the Fool's always by, well, that's not true. They have their little dog, right? But they're not holding hands with another person. It's not like the Fool, it's the journey. It's not the Fool's journey with their friend, or the Fool's journey with their buddy, or the Fool's journey with their twin, or their Fool's journey with their soulmate. It's just the Fool's journey, right? So there's definitely like third party. There's something in here that could be what you're procrastinating. Maybe you're procrastinating because you know that the third party is going to cause tower moments. All right, let's look at the Patience card. So we have 3 of Swords coming out. So still healing, still going through the fires is kind of what I'm getting. Again, bridging energy is going to be both sides. So that means you're both doing it. I do feel a lot of mirroring on both sides. So I do feel like there's a little bit of a pause because there's some healing going on. It's possible, though, that this person is getting clarity, not necessarily taking action. That's the whole protect. And then this person, which is more your energy, I feel like, is like experiencing one tower after another because there's some sort of like third party in the mix that like something needs to be released. Something needs to be, there's too much going on over there. All right, let's look at victim consciousness. I love it. So the Knight of Wands coming out. So both energies having to really pull from like that. I know it's the Knight of Wands, but I'm definitely getting like lion energy. Like I have to be super strong. I have to like fight with my just deepest inner strength to do something so that I don't come back to this victim consciousness. So it's very possible that both of you are really sad about what happened. And it's like you're trying not to think about it so that you're not sad about it again. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right. I hope that was helpful, Notorious. She says, yep, so much waiting. Look, it's so funny. Look, so I want you guys to notice something. Remember, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on Twitch. I know you can only see the comments where you're at. Notorious, I want you to look at this. So here's Clarissa on Facebook. Here's her comment. She says, here we go with the waiting. You see that? And then literally right after her comment is Notorious comment from YouTube. Do you guys see that? The waiting. Do you guys see that? So I'm just saying, like, collectively, we're all feeling it together. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I do feel like there's this energy of being sick of waiting. But here's something that I feel like we're not seeing clearly. a little bit of Seven of Cups, not seeing clearly. Is because we've taken all this action, because the more collective feminine energy has taken so much upon themselves to awaken and heal. It definitely has helped the other energy, right? The counterpart, right? But it's almost like at this point, we shouldn't be focused on the weeding or what they're going to do. We should realize at this point that it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what they do. You see what I'm saying? You still have your purpose and you still have your thing that you have to do. All right, let me go back up and see where I was at. Tracy Tuttle. Let me know if you're still here. Tracy Tuttle. Good vibes. All right, so I'm going to do Tracy Tuttle, Good Vibes, and then Amy Jolie Freeman on Facebook. Let me know if there's anyone else. I'm going to go through them pretty quick, okay? All right, Tracy. So Tracy wants to know if we can see me getting into a relationship with someone soon, please. I'm single. All right, so here's what I'm going to say, Tracy. I'm going to pull out a Heal Yourself reading card, and this is the card that Spirit wants you to focus on. That's what you're going to heal. That's what you're going to work on. That's where you're going to put your focus, and that's how you bring in the person that's going to meet you, right? So you have to bring your energy up, your vibrational energy, manifest the soulmate that you want. If you're in a lower vibrational energy, if you're in that like self-sabotage or woe me type of victim consciousness, I'm single and it sucks type of energy, it definitely could bring a lower energy to you, right? We manifest all the time, guys. We just don't realize. So the home card is sticking out. So here's what the home card means. So the home card, Tracy, says that sorry, let me click so we know who we're talking to. It says that you could be possibly moving your furniture around, moving pictures around. You keep rearranging things because you're trying to recreate a happy moment. So let's say like your childhood was really happy. You may be trying to like find pieces of furniture or artwork that maybe you had in your parents' home. Let's say you were married in the 90s, I don't know, and that was a good time for you. And so you may be trying to like recreate your home in all this like 90s era type of whatever. These are just examples. I'm not saying you're doing this, but it's definitely about like moving things around, rearranging them, and it's because you're trying to recreate something. All right. So what you're going to do is focus on your home situation. What is it that you're trying to recreate? Why do you feel like that's the happier time for you? And that's definitely going to pull up some emotions that maybe have been swept under the rug, right? All right, let's do a power of love. So we have individuality. So again, you're focused on, I'm single, I need to bring this person in. But Spirit's going to tell you to focus on yourself because that's literally how you're going to bring the other person in, right? But it says you leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Interesting. In other words, it's really hard to forget you, Tracy Tuttle. All right, I hope that was helpful. All right, good vibes. Good vibes. Remind me, did you want a current energy? You and your person? I think that's what it was, right? Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Super sweet. Thank you. I'm not picking up 2 energies, good vibe. I'm totally picking up just 1. And then I pulled 2 cards. Oh no, it definitely is just 1. All right. How interesting. 29 and 30 come out. Discover your life's purpose, encourage the strong. I feel like Good Vibes is one of those people that does not like the labels, right? So it's going to be the soul connection, right? So it's the love card. It does talk about unconditional love in the Heal Yourself reading cards. I used to think that this was actually a picture frame. I realized later when I was reading, of course, the description, he's looking at her. It's the mirror. I do feel like it's possible that I know it's going to sound weird. Ready? It's very possible that you are so far on your journey. You understand what union is. You understand you have the masculine and feminine within you. You understand that you don't have to like look out for someone else, right? But I just want to say, notice there's 2 people in each one of these cards. And I said I was only feeling 1 energy. It's because you're in union. It's because you're in union. You understand. It's 1 soul. It's my purpose. It's my journey. It's my thing to do, right? And it's your purpose. That's what your thing to do is. I wonder if it's got something to would do with music, because the violin definitely sticks out to me. So my honey sings. I don't know if you guys know, but we've gotten in trouble a couple of times on Facebook for singing and YouTube. But anyway, I feel like Twitch is the only one they don't care, right? But they're not paying us anyway, so that's probably why they don't care. But I do feel like it's something to do with music or words or lyrics, something like that. It's going to be your purpose. And I do feel like it's definitely the energy you're in. That's the focus you're in. But here's what I'm going to say. I know I said that I felt like it was mirrored and it was like the one and it was, one strong, powerful energy. There's definitely this sense, this little like sneaking suspicion, something like that with the courage card coming out 29, 30, and 28. So 28, 29, 30. How interesting. But see how they're pulling away, and it says that you have to be courageous. You have to do something on your own. I don't feel like this is new to you. You've been in this courageous energy, right? This is not something new. Like none of the things I say, it's like them, right? And that's so it happens a lot, guys. A lot of times we're not all on the same journey at the same time. Someone could be ahead of me, someone's behind me. All of us are like that. And there's stuff like Miss L. Miss L comes in here every day and she's teaching me stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many of you that know different things about your particular purpose, right? And it might be something that I haven't like dabbled into yet, or haven't touched yet, or haven't learned yet, right? But there's this little bit of a yes, I'm doing this, but it's getting harder. And that's kind of what I'm picking up there. All right, let's pull a little tarot. I just seen the King of Cups, so I went to go shuffle. King of Cups is on the bottom, and King of Cups is my clue card for Divine Masculine. Beautiful. All right, so 5 of Wands is coming out on Discover Your Purpose. So I feel like it is challenging for you to follow your purpose. It's maybe more challenging now because the dynamics have changed, right? So it's like now it's become more challenging. The Queen of Wands falls on top of that courage. Again, that's just a big confirmation there that you need to have confidence in yourself. You can do this. But I love that on top of the love card, the 6 of Wands comes out. And the 6 of Wands is all about riding in on that white horse, right? Riding in the horse of truth. But I just heard that. I don't even know what that means. But it's very much like the people cheering you on and excited and cheering you on for all of your achievements, right? So it's definitely a victory here. So collectively, or not collectively, combine the 2 of you, definitely one strong soul. And that's why I keep feeling like it's just one energy. But it's clearly a bridging energy. Like, do you see that? It's clearly a current energy. I can't pick though. That's how I know it's one, because normally I'd be like, well, that's feminine, that's masculine, and this is your bridging. No, I literally can't pick. So that's how I know that you're already in union. You already know what it means. All right, I want to pull really quickly just a power of love. the spontaneity card come back out. Did you guys see me pull that out of the middle? You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. I hope that was helpful. I'm glad. So glad. Jasmine, hello. All right, was that what Amy Joel? I'll get it. I'll be able to read English one of these days. Amy Joel Freeman. Let me know that you're still here. Awesome. Thank you so very much. All right, let me go back up really quickly. I'm just going to read your question. Reading for Derek, not really struggling. All right, so let's do a current energy. So I just want you to think of your person. I am going to use the Heal Yourself reading cards. I'm not picking up on twin, but it's very possible. Let's just pull from the Heal Yourself reading cards. And what we'll do is we'll look at one thing that Spirit wants you to focus on, like what each person needs to focus on healing. All right, Amy, here we go. All right, so sexuality comes out. It's number 33. There's that home card coming back out. Let's dig in the middle for bridging energy, and sexuality comes out. All right, so this is intimate. Intimate. All right, everybody knows who we're talking to. All right, so here we go, Amy. Sexuality is going to come out for your energy. I think this is very possible that this is about learning to be vulnerable. This is about opening up and learning new ways to be vulnerable with someone or intimate with someone. I do feel like this is more of a masculine energy. I know you're like, what? Okay, but this is the thing. We all have masculine and we all have feminine. Again, masculine is protect and provide, and feminine is more nurture, caretaker. I'm getting like you are in a little bit of a protect and provide type of energy. It's possible this person has hurt you in your home situation, and that's why you have these walls up. It's kind of like I was saying earlier when I was doing that reading, like I'm just going to protect mine to all measures. Like it doesn't matter to me. Like that's just the way it is. So it's super interesting that like it feels like collectively this energy is coming up, right? So again, I feel like you're just trying to protect what's yours, and definitely having a hard time like opening up and being vulnerable or being intimate in a non-sexual way, right? The home card coming out for your person, I do feel like there's a home situation. I don't feel like your person's like moving furniture around, like I said earlier. That is the meaning to the home card. But I think what's happened is there's definitely, this is confirmation that Spirit's saying that this person is not happy. It's like not where they want it to be is kind of what I'm getting. And then sexuality coming out here and the bridging energy. So here's what it is. Are you ready, Amy? And I just want to say bridging energy means that it's the current lesson, like what these two, what you're both currently learning on together at the same time, right? Whether you talk about it or not, it's like the lesson that the higher self is trying to teach you. So sexuality coming out says both of you are not confident with your sexuality. Both of you feel like, so the sexuality card says that they feel like their partner's not attracted to them, or that they may not be attracted to their partner. So since this is the bridging energy, it means both of you feel that way. So what I'm getting here is there could be like a lot of pain, a lot of hurt feelings But it's a misunderstanding. It's like a confusion. It's like this person hurts from something, like maybe they're uncomfortable about, I don't know, maybe their left toe is crooked and it makes them feel weird when they don't have socks on. You know what I'm trying to say? And maybe like you have a weird freckle in a weird place, right? Like I'm just trying to think of like this as something that I can say on, this social media. But it's like you have this thing and they have this thing, and like they're worried about their thing and you're worried about your thing, and it has nothing to do with the other. But you think that it's them worried about you, and they think it's you worried about them. You see what I'm trying to say? So definitely some type of energy like that going on. All right, let's pull a quick power of love for Amy, and then I am going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. Don't forget, guys, Earth signs tomorrow, 2 p.m. All right, Amy, guidance from spirit on this situation. Several came out. Wow. Release and willingness. It says you have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. And willingness. You're able to compromise if the end result is love. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Amy. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for coming in. Ooh, ouch. I understand. That's so interesting because I said I didn't pick up on twin energy. But the in and out definitely doesn't match that, does it? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for coming in and helping out, Sandra and Diana. I love you guys so very much. All the new energy that came in, guys, make sure to hit that follow button. If my messages resonate, you definitely were drawn for a reason. You do think you are twins? That's cool. That's cool. That's when you said the in and out, that I definitely picked that up. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, that's what we do here. So welcome to the tribe. All right, guys. I will see all of you tomorrow afternoon. Thank you so very much. Have a good rest of your night. And as always, I am always sending you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.